Are you excited at the possibility of treasure hunting from your house? Well, you're in the right place. We have Treasure Fix with us tonight. We've got a giveaway. We're going to have so much fun. I'm Emma.
I'm JM.
And I'm Nails with Treasure Fix.
That's right. And we are Treasure Hunt with us. And we're excited at the end of this show. We are going to give away 10 more. We've already given away 5. We're going to give away 10 more free entrances into their Armchair Anywhere in the World Treasure Hunt.
And that's for the treasure or no treasure. But if you're like me and you're already in treasure or no treasure, then Nails is nice enough to be like, hey, how about some store credit?
Yeah, because we got some
That's
other hunts going on too. So,
That's
yeah.
There's
right.
so much cool stuff coming down the line. Jam's going to throw the website up in a few minutes, but first let's jump into it because I'm going to tell you I've got some great questions. I wrote them all myself, and I'm going to start with, hey, Nails, can you tell me a little bit about how this works? Because I read the website and I'm a little confused.
Mhm.
Right on. I'd be happy to. And first of all, just thanks again for doing this giveaway. Super cool of y'all, and for having me on. I'm excited to be here. So, and I love what you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So basically, we created a treasure hunting website with treasure hunts. So Treasure Fix is the culmination of a long time effort coming, and
Right.
um, basically our mission was to make treasure hunting more accessible for people all over the
Right.
world, really, and to sort of inject a little bit more fun and modern content into what we typically associate with treasure hunting. So, I think most people, when they think about treasure hunting, they think about, old maps or an old poem or, kind of something very cryptic, which is cool. And I mean, that's kind of what we all, I think, romanticize in this realm in terms, we're all kind of
Sure.
pirates or treasure hunters and that sort of thing, and that's super cool. But we at Treasure Fix, we feel like there is a lot of opportunity to bring a bunch of new formats and just different type of content to this experience. And so that's really what we're trying to do. And again, the accessibility is a big component of what we're doing, just trying to give more people an opportunity to feel like they can uh, find or win a significant treasure, even if the treasure is not necessarily a chest buried in the woods somewhere filled with gold, because that's
Right.
great, but that's not necessarily feasible for everyone to kind of go out there and have that sort of experience.
Yeah, and
Well, and
I'm
you
okay
see
with
that.
winning money. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am
I don't.
totally okay with that. I
I
have
think
no
He
I
likes
think
issues.
cash.
I
Yeah.
think it works for most people. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love what you
Well,
guys are doing, right? Because you guys are trying to build this community up. I love the way you guys are doing it. And it's great, right? Because this is the hottest time to be a treasure hunter. To now you can anybody can do it around the world. You're not location, you're locked in. And I know you do have some that are boots on the ground and stuff. So if you wanted to go over those, you absolutely can. But the one we're talking about today, treasure or no treasure, anybody can do this anywhere in the world. So sign up,
Exactly. Yeah.
have a chance to win or win an entrance from our
yeah,
thing. It's
win
gonna
from
be
us.
dropped tomorrow at 4 o'clock. So basically the way you do it, actually, I guess it doesn't matter, is you're gonna leave a comment with treasure fix in it.
And
Just
by you, he means you people watching this
you people
episode.
You.
watching, yes, yes. Treasure
You.
fix, you put it in the comments. And we will do at 4 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow. Oh, nope, actually, no, that can't be done at 4 tomorrow because we're doing an interview at 3 o'clock p.m. tomorrow Pacific Standard Time. I will draw out 10 winners, and what's it called? I'll reply to their comments that they had won.
We
So,
are using a randomizer this time because what we
yes.
want to make do is always have complete and full transparency. We recognize that there's a few people out there who are like, why would they do this? And the truth is, we're treasure hunt with us. We want you to treasure hunt with us. We're both going to be in this hunt. Scott will be in this hunt. We may throw Janet in there too. I don't know if she's got time right now,
She
but
already bought it, I think. She
oh,
bought
did she
hers.
already buy it?
So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So our mom will be hunting with you too. And so
Awesome.
that's the whole goal is to get out there and treasure hunt together. The one thing I would love to clue in on is like we're talking about armchair versus boots on the ground. So it's important to understand that obviously boots on the ground mean you have to get out and get out there maybe somewhere in the U.S. or somewhere in the world. But what Nails is providing here is an opportunity for those of you who maybe you can't get out for any reason. This is fantastic, Nails. What made you come up with such a great idea?
Well, again, it comes down to the accessibility, and so what we want to do, I guess, so in my own experience with being a somewhat passive participant in some of the previous big hunts that have been out, what held me back in a lot of ways was I was working full time or I didn't have the ability to go. It kind of leaves you in a position where you're like, I'm not fully invested in this treasure hunt because I know I'm not going to go spend maybe 2 or 3 weeks out there searching
Right.
for it. I just don't have that ability right now. So I've for a number of years I've been thinking about this as an opportunity. Like, how could you create something uh, where people could have the full treasure hunting experience, but they can do it from the comfort of their home. And the reality is, a lot of these boots on the ground hunts, a significant portion is done from your home anyway. I mean, you're going to
Right.
spend a lot of time, going through the materials and coming up with your solve and putting it together and planning your trip. And then, it might be this percentage of it that is actually spent boots on the ground. So, the aim, I think a lot of times when people put a treasure hunt out, the aim is to get people out into the,
Sure.
into the, open air and
Yeah.
exercising and all that, which is unbelievable. I mean, phenomenal,
Right.
of course, like that's incredible. But, I think giving people the opportunity to experience that thrill, even if they have, young kids at home or a job that's demanding in the sense that they can't really take, kind of big chunks of time to go out and, search a part of the country that they don't live in. And so,
Or
again,
physical
that,
limitations, right?
or
There's
of
people with
course,
physical
big
limitations.
time for sure.
That's
Exactly.
huge.
Yeah.
Like you add a whole layer to people who are like, listen, I cannot get out and do this. I want to stretch my mind. I want to be part of this social circle. And I want to really, I mean, we're older than you, obviously. We're from a demographic that we're Goonies at heart, right? And so
I'm a
we
Goonie at
all
heart too.
are you
So
a Goonie
don't.
at heart? Oh, you're
Oh yeah, yeah,
no
yeah,
wonder you want to treasure hunt with us. No, but
yeah.
like there's times when like maybe our bodies as we age don't let us Goonies, and people reach out to us a lot because they're like, why are you boots on the ground every weekend? They think that I personally am creating all these solves and running out, but no, I just have a lot more opportunity to just be boots on the ground in our team. But there's other people in the background of our team that are creating solves, and then they're like, did you check this place? Did you look under this rock? Have you lifted this up? And I'm like, listen, I looked everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah,
this. It's gonna be okay.
yeah.
But I think that this is such a tremendous opportunity to take those people who can't go boots on the ground, to your point, and say, hey, what if you just boots off the ground? That's what we're gonna do. It's some boots off the ground action.
100%. Yeah, you said it
Love it.
right there. And again, I mean, the genesis is to get people that experience, and also our hunts are really designed to expand your mind in many ways. So we're trying to get you to,
Yeah,
learn and explore new eh, historical areas or, just
sure.
concepts maybe that you haven't really dug into. And so that's kind of another component of what we're trying to do. And, what we typically say about it is be curious. If you want to solve one of our
Right.
hunts, be curious, that you kind of never
Sure.
know. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's all, to me, it's all good, getting out there, learning, whether you're being out, being
Sure.
in, so we're just trying to add kind of just again, some new formats and some new content to this hobby, to this growing industry, which is really what it is. And we're just excited to be part of, really, I think we can predominantly thank JCB for the explosion in the last,
Right.
5-6 months. And
Yeah.
we definitely accelerated our effort. We've been working on this before that, and then when that happened, we were like, oh man, we got to
It's a
get our
prime
stuff
time. It's a
out
prime
there,
time.
while it's just, yeah. So we're hoping that momentum is really gonna last and turn this into something that isn't just kind of something that people pay attention to every 5 or 10 or 20 years when a huge hunt comes out randomly. We want it to be
Right.
something that's a lot more consistent and something that people can just kind of stay dialed into. So
Yeah, and doing these hunts, it gets you to think differently, right? So you could,
Yeah.
the more hunts you do, the more ways that it kind of trains your brain to look at clues, how to search clues, how to interact with clues. It's gonna make you a better treasure hunter. So
Yeah.
doing as many treasure hunts as you can is gonna only make you better to solve these bigger hunts, which you'll have some bigger ones coming out in the future too, which is great, man.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping
Yeah.
they have no poetry because I hate poetry.
There
we,
probably have some poetry
we
ones. You
we
have to
do
with these ones.
that. I did put one poem into our big Americana hunt, but honestly, you can ignore it. That's the boots on it. I'm not giving anything away because I think it's
Right.
pretty obvious. But the
Yeah.
poem is the boots on the ground element, which is optional. So that's like
Right.
you can still
You had me
solve
at
that.
ignore the poem. You
Yes.
had me
Yeah.
at
Yeah. Yeah.
ignore the
Yeah.
poem.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you. We don't want to take too much of your time. We're really excited to have you here. We're really excited for this giveaway. We want to make sure everybody knows, and we'll go ahead and post the link down that you're going to go to treasurefix.com. You will
Yeah.
see the treasure or no treasure link there. And while we hope you're able to win one of our 10 free entrances, even if you're not, guys, it's a great opportunity to really get your feet wet in this boots off the ground kind of world where you're looking at your entire opportunity to solve for things you're not solving properly right now. Or maybe if you're like me, you're not amazing at poetry, or maybe not even ciphers, if I'm honest. It's an opportunity to stretch your mind a little bit differently.
Yeah, I'm going to add it to the stage really quick here so
Oh,
you can kind of see
fantastic.
it. Yeah, so this is their
Excellent.
website. You can come on here, treasurefix.com. You can see they have a Discord. I didn't know about that. I literally just signed
That's
up for this.
brand new. So
Brand
we
new.
literally
Okay.
just dropped that like 2 hours ago. So
Oh,
That's
well, we'll be one
awesome,
of the
man.
first people,
I
first
was.
40
I'm
people
in.
in.
I'm in there.
You're in?
So there's
Okay,
a
I'll
how
go
it
get in.
works. He has his active hunts, and stuff like that. And you can see kind of down at the bottom here. This is the one we're doing, the treasure or no treasure. You can click into it, and they have a preview for it, and it kind of explains. This is an elimination hunt. You can win $2,000. So it's pretty awesome. So there's a lot of information in here to try to help you get going.
I'm
So,
in.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah,
Right
I'm
on.
in. Time to
So this,
multitask.
yeah. So this hunt is an unusual format, but one we hope to repeat. And it's essentially like a deal or no deal setup. If you remember that old game
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
And so we're going to start with 100 people, and that number is going to go down some. So as part of this April hunt giveaway that we're doing, we're tying it to a Powerball drawing next week, and the Powerball, that last number, which could be 1 through 26, whatever that number is, we're going to cancel out that many spots in this hunt, but the prize
Oh,
money
wow.
for it is still going to go into the hunt. So you might, there's going to be 100 entries in it, but you might actually only be playing against, 75 or 80 people, depending on what that Powerball number is. So, it's just kind of giving people a little bit better odds, or splitting a bigger prize at the end of it, whatever the case may be. But I think this is a great hunt if you're not familiar, as many people are not, with our hunts, because there's going to be 8 rounds here, and you'll keep moving on as long as you're correct in the prior round. But I think it's very approachable, and we're trying to kind of explore a lot of different types of solve mechanisms and little puzzle formats. So it's all kind of within the same structure, but we're going to ask you to like kind of do a bunch of different things in order to make it to the very end of it. So I think it's a good one if you want to kind of familiarize yourself with just kind of, what our style is, and what you might see in some of our other hunts, and
Right.
that sort of stuff. So
It's a very affordable game to play too. Like if you think
Yeah.
about this from the opportunity of, like, if you're going to the movies, definitely I would spend more than $20. And this is weeks of entertainment with the
yeah,
possibility of a good return. That's fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah.
like
We
it.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh,
We were super excited. I was just gonna say so.
Cool. Yeah. I can't wait for this one to, I mean, we're actually filling up quicker than I imagined, in no small part thanks to you two, and the, the help that you've done with your own giveaway, which is just incredible, and we, really appreciate that. But I can't wait for this one to start. I kind of I had the Powerball thing that came to my mind because I was like, I want to like kick this one into gear. So how can we like,
Right.
kind of get there as quick as we can? Because I'm really excited. I think people are going to have fun doing it. And, more than a lot of hunts, I think this one's going to feel very interactive because you're literally going to be on the clock with, 99 other people to start out. And, I think it'll feel very kind of community oriented, and you're kind of all like, you're all playing against each other, but you're also kind of all in it, to win it. So
Does that mean that? So wait. So let's just make sure I understand this, because
yeah.
certainly I mess things up sometimes. So 100 people or start, you can pull up to 26 people out. So does that mean if somebody's gotten an entrance, you could be out in round one?
No, no,
Oh,
no.
no.
He's
I'm pulling out.
saying,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
saying
no,
All I
that
wanna
he's
do
gonna
is
make,
beat
instead of
Jam.
having 100 entrances, he's gonna lower it down, but the prize one still
Okay.
stays the same. It's like they did enter it.
I
yeah,
was
because
just
we
looking for an opportunity to beat Jam at something, as is
You're not gonna
our
do it.
no,
tradition.
we
But
we
you,
we certainly wouldn't kick anyone out before they've even had a
you're like,
chance.
thanks for your money.
But thank you for
Yeah.
clarifying. No,
No, it's
right
okay.
now we're about halfway full, and
Okay. Oh
so
wow.
we'll eliminate as many spots up to whatever that Powerball drawing is as remain.
Let's hope a
Fantastic.
high number.
And
So
yeah, I mean, we're all
Yeah.
hoping it's going to be a 25 or a 26.
yes.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and then that'll just push us, that much closer to either launching immediately, or just maybe needing a few more entries. So we'll see how it
Right.
goes in this next week. But yeah, again, I'm excited for this one to start, and I think it's going to be fun. So
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah,
we were
absolutely.
required to say per YouTube that this is not a
Yes.
YouTube affiliated um
This contest
giveaway.
is not sponsored by YouTube. We are solely responsible for the
Right.
contest and delivering of the prize to the winners. So
very good.
Exactly.
we have to say that.
And
And
this is also not an affiliate opportunity. We are not
right.
using affiliate. There's no affiliate money to be had here. This is just a
Yep.
fun opportunity for everybody to jump in and treasure hunt with us.
That's
Just
right.
two good people helping people out. We
Yeah.
love
Oh,
it.
thank
Yeah.
We'll
you.
put the instructions down below just in case you didn't get it or I didn't explain it very well. More likely is basically put a comment in there, treasure fix. We'll put it down there in the comments or the section below where you can do that. You have until 3 p.m. tomorrow where I'll draw the winners and we will, oh man, I will notify you via your comment. I'll go to your comment and
Right.
say you won, and I'll try to get a hold of you either by Discord. If not, we could do it by email, but usually I just ask Discord first, like I did last time. So
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Well, Nails, we're so grateful to have you here tonight.
thank you so
We
much,
hope
man.
that we bring you on again as you launch additional hunts. We definitely always want to be involved. Any one thing you'd give as advice on your way out the door to your treasure hunters who are going to join you?
I would say follow the Discord discussion. So we currently have some channels in Jenny's Mysterious Writings
Oh
Discord,
yeah. Oh, we
Yep.
love Jenny.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
she's
in there.
phenomenal. Yeah,
She's
and I
wonderful.
mean,
Yeah.
realistically, that's going to be the main channel of Discord discussion, for as long as she keeps it up, just because she has such a great community already.
Yeah.
But I'd say follow that because there's some interesting discussions going on pertaining to some of the other hunts that are already active that we have out. And, my advice would be to just the more, I essentially, my partner in this endeavor and I are creating all of our hunts. And, the more you get to know us, the better insight you're going to have. I think that's one of the really interesting things about this kind of experiment that we're doing is, how long can we come up with new concepts and
Right.
formats and still make it difficult enough for people that we're not just handing away, huge sums of money on day one before, we've even had.
You
Here's
can
your
hand me all the money you want.
$2,000.
Yeah.
I will happily take over all the money you want to give.
then
So,
then get to know our hunts, because it might be,
well,
that
I'm gonna
might
have
be
to
how
get
it
to know
works out.
you.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite color? I'm just saying. So,
Yeah, but
You're
no, I
so
mean,
ridiculous.
I'm not giving that away. Not
oh,
giving that
yeah,
away.
come
No,
on.
That's a little too personal,
Yeah,
Jam. What were you
yeah.
thinking?
my bad. My bad.
No, but no, I mean, we're excited. We're having an incredible time doing this, and I
Awesome.
mean, it's just been so much fun, and we want to be doing this. We talk all the time. We're like, I mean, this is what we want to do for the I want to be making treasure hunts when I'm 90. So we're kind of doing everything that we can to just put compelling and unique and interesting stuff out there, and we hope it resonates with people, and certainly people like you helping out, and kind of just all the stuff you're doing, and is phenomenal. So
Yeah,
we'll
thanks.
see how it goes, but we're excited. Yeah.
Our goal is the same, right? We want it
Yeah.
to be fun and having a good time, right? It's not just about sitting here and rifling through stuff. It has to be fun. If you're not having a good time, then we're doing it wrong, right?
Yep.
So I love that. That's what you guys are all about too. So it was a perfect opportunity to try to help out, and we're glad that we can do it. And hopefully we'll just keep growing this community together. So
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Well, if you're watching, don't forget to comment down below. If you want to like and subscribe, we don't hate that idea either.
We don't.
But by tomorrow at 3 p.m., we'll have 10 winners. And Nails, thank you so much for stopping by. Everybody else, we're back tomorrow night with a special guest again. This time we will have Justin Posey in the house to talk about Beyond the Map's Edge.
That's
We'll
right.
see you guys then. Thanks for coming out. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, y'all.
All right. Bye.